about coming out of retirement. On one of his recent blogs on YouTube, he says he still keeps in shape. I just want to make sure all you young bucks in the NFL know that if I want to come out of retirement, they still got something to deal with. Brady just turned 47. He retired after the 2022 season, and he has not played a game since January 16th of 2023. Ocho, why Brady keep doing this?
I don't know. I think he like it. I think he like it, or he might be setting it up for some big. I don't think it's a return to the game of football, but I mean, he's already going to anchor the CBS Fox network, right? Oh, Fox is Fox. Okay,
number one team.
He's going to be anchor on Fox. So him coming back is probably not likely, but he might be setting up for something else. He just planting the seed. I'm not sure what the seed may be, but obviously playing football is not it.
Why would you give up $37 million? He got a 10-year deal, damn near at $400 million to talk.
Yeah.
You get to. I don't give a damn if he comes back and plays another 5 years.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell you what my brother told me when I thought about coming back for year 15 instead of taking that desk job at CBS.
Right.
He said, "Boy, you get too old to play football. You don't get too old to talk."
I like that.
So I don't. Let me ask you a question, Ocho. And one of the things that I had to decide, if I won another Super Bowl, was that going to change anybody's perception of me? No. If I had another 1,000-yard season, another 50-catch season? No.
No, sir.
What can Tom Brady do to change anybody's perception of him?
Absolutely nothing, except change the narrative about being too old to play the game of football at the quarterback position. That's probably it. That narrative that it can still be done, or probably he's one of the few that can probably do it well into his 40s, almost to the age of 50. And I mean, it doesn't change the narrative at all. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time, with a young fella down there in Kansas City right on his heels. That's pretty much it.
I just think that, look, there are going to be a lot of guys that's going to play if they don't suffer significant injury. You're going to see a lot of guys playing 18, 19, 20 seasons. The rules will allow it. You can't punish the quarterback like you once could. And if you could, man, they get sawed in half. You don't want to take that kind of punishment, Ocho. So, look, I just think he's having fun with it. I think Tom, from time to time, like, y'all know me. Y'all know I can still do this, right?
And this is...
Go ahead.
This is the thing I like about the new Tom. I call it the new Tom because the Tom in New England is the Tom in New England is the serious Tom. I'm about business Tom. I'm coming to my job. But the Tom we got in Tampa Bay was the side that the players got to see inside the locker room when there were no cameras around. The fun Tom, the personality Tom, the Tom that makes jokes. In New England, I tried to get him on Twitter for the longest. In New England, I tried to get him on Instagram for the longest. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't budge. All of a sudden, he gets to Tampa, brand new man. I can finally be myself. I don't want to use the words I'm finally free, but I can just be myself without having to mask who I truly am up under the Patriot way, if that makes sense. And now we get to see the fun guy. We get to see the fun guy on Twitter. You know, he's making content videos and having fun. And I think it's dope. Vlogging and all this other stuff. And that's a Tom that we never got to see. Well, we got to see it, that fun side of him, but the world never got to see it. And now it's a coming out party for him, and he's taking advantage of it.
I think the thing is, for the most part, Ocho, the only guy that really was himself at all times was Gronk. Gronk was Gronk.
Most definitely.
Gronk was that college frat guy that drank beers, had a good time, yelled and screamed. He took care of his business off on the field. There's no question about it. But he was himself. Coach Belichick wasn't able to suppress who Gronk was. The Gronk that you see, that's how he is. He's really what you see. That's how he is. He's a big, fun-loving frat. You think of a frat guy at a PWI that drinks, have a good time, go have on khakis and a blazer when he goes somewhere. That's Gronk. But he's going to have a great time. He's a great guy. He's a fun guy to be around. And Coach Belichick wasn't able to suppress that. I don't know if we got anybody else's personality in New England other than Gronk. And when you got, because I think the thing is that you understood why you was there. He controlled everything. There was never a situation where I'm here because the coach wanted me, but the general manager didn't. I'm here because the general manager wanted me, but the coach didn't. Right. They're the same person. So you know you was there because of Coach Belichick. Yes, you know if you weren't there, it was because of Coach Belichick. And for the longest time, Tom was okay with that. But at some point in time, Tom realized, I'm doing all this, and you still treat me like the 23rd, the 50th, the 48th guy on the roster?
Yeah.
So why the hell am I doing all this?
Yep, towards the end, yeah.
Yes. He's like, I'm not on Twitter. I'm not doing any of these things. And I still get the same abuse. I get the same. Nah, hell nah. So as you notice at the time to end, he stopped coming to OTAs and he stopped doing all that that training.
I think it got to the point where Bill understood the position. He felt Tom's time had maybe run its course a little bit with the Garoppolo situation. I think Tom felt the pressure of Bill probably wanting to go in that direction. Yeah. I think
Tom Brady is once again stirring up the NFL world with rumors of a comeback, and this time the buzz is louder than ever. In a recent YouTube vlog, Brady dropped a line that has set off a firestorm of speculation. He said, "I just want all you young bucks in the NFL to know that if I want to come out of retirement, you've still got something to deal with at 47 years old, and after officially retiring following the 2022 season, Brady isn't just playing with words, he's playing with all of our emotions." But the question remains, is Tom Brady really planning the ultimate return, or is this just another tease? This isn't the first time Brady has flirted with the idea of coming back. He retired once before, only to return for another season. Now, after his second so-called final retirement, and with a lucrative broadcasting deal locked in, why does he keep fanning the flames of speculation? Does he have one last act in store for us, or is he just enjoying the attention? Either way, one thing is certain: Tom Brady isn't done with the spotlight. And the NFL isn't done with him. Tom Brady's legacy is already cemented as the greatest of all time. With 7 Super Bowl titles, countless records, and a career that has defined an era, there's nothing left for him to prove. Yet, despite all his achievements, Brady has never fully closed the door on football. It's as if the game still calls to him a fire that refuses to go out. For a man who thrives on competition, the idea of stepping back onto the field must be tempting. But what does Brady really stand to gain at this point? Every time he stokes the flames of a potential return, it sends shockwaves through the sports world, raising the stakes even higher. If he comes back and falters, it could risk the impeccable legacy he's worked so hard to build. But then again, if anyone could pull off a successful comeback at 47, it's Tom Brady. So what is Brady really up to? Is this just a way to keep his name in the headlines as he transitions into his new role as a sports analyst? After all, Brady has signed a massive 10-year, $375 million deal with Fox Sports to become their lead NFL analyst. That deal is so huge that many are left wondering why he would risk it all by returning to the field. But for Brady, it's never just been about the money. His competitive fire is legendary, and walking away from the game has never been easy for him. He's hinted before that retirement might not be forever, saying, "I'm not opposed to it" when asked about a possible return. And now with his latest vlog, he's made it clear that he's still in shape and could come back if he wanted to. Is this Brady's way of leaving the door open just in case the right opportunity presents itself? Speculation is running wild. There are even rumors that Brady could join the Minnesota Vikings as their quarterback for the 2024 season. Although these rumors aren't backed by credible sources, the fact that they exist at all shows how powerful the idea of Brady's return is. The mere possibility keeps fans and analysts on edge, wondering if we could see the GOAT take the field one last time. The stakes couldn't be higher for Tom Brady. Coming back to the NFL at 47 would be an unprecedented move, but it would also come with enormous risks. One wrong step, one injury, and the legacy of the greatest quarterback of all time could be tarnished. But that's what makes this situation so intriguing: the thrill of the unknown, the tension of what could be. Brady isn't just playing games, he's testing the waters, seeing how far he can push the conversation before making a decision. Every word he says, every hint he drops, is carefully calculated to keep the world guessing. This is classic Brady, keeping everyone on their toes, making sure no one forgets that he could still be a force to reckon with. But let's face it, Brady doesn't need another Super Bowl ring to prove his greatness. He's already the GOAT. What he does need is to control the narrative. His comments about staying in shape and being ready to return aren't just about football, they're about maintaining his position at the top of the sports world. He's reminding everyone that even in retirement, he's still the king, and no one can take that away from him. What's even more intriguing is the transformation we've seen in Tom Brady since he left New England for Tampa Bay. The serious, all-business Brady the Patriots has been replaced by a more relaxed, fun-loving version. In Tampa, we've seen Brady joke around on social media, create fun videos, and show off a personality that was once hidden under the strict Patriot way. This new Tom Brady is unpredictable, and that's what makes these comeback rumors even more fascinating. He's not the same player who left New England. He's freer, more open, and more willing to take risks. Whether those risks include a return to the field remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: Brady is enjoying his newfound freedom, and he's not afraid to stir the pot. So what's the end game for Tom Brady? Is this all just a clever ploy to keep his name in the spotlight, or is he seriously considering a return to the NFL? The truth is, only Tom Brady knows for sure. But as long as he continues to drop hints and tease the possibility, the world will keep watching, waiting, and wondering. One thing we've learned about Tom Brady over the years is that he thrives on defying expectations. He's done it his entire career, and there's no reason to believe he won't continue doing it in retirement. Whether he returns to the NFL or stays in the broadcast booth, one thing is certain: Tom Brady's story isn't over, and we're all just waiting to see what happens next.